everyone, this is Cindy Duncan with Cindy Duncan Arts, and I'm here to share with you an estate sale haul that I had last weekend. I was so excited. This is probably one of the best hauls I've had in a long time. It was wonderful. When I got there, I was really well, I wasn't upset, but I wasn't real happy because the bottom floor of this house seemed to not have anything left, like it had all been picked over. It was the last day of the sale, my favorite day to go. But when I went upstairs, I discovered that the woman had been a doll clothing manufacturer, and then she also sewed dance costumes for people, because there were some of those that were still available. But anyway, I got, this is one of the dance costumes that she did, and I got this one because I liked the trim. If that's focusing right or not, but I love this trim. But I don't know if I can even, if you can see, oh, maybe you can see it there. This right here, if you can see, if it'll focus in. Come on, focus, camera. Focus, focus, please focus. Of course, I can't see, so that makes it worse. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's yellowing. She didn't sew these beads on. She glued them on, and the glue is yellowing. So that got me to thinking about the great fabric books and things that we're doing. So I'm thinking that in the future, if I go to glue on small things like this, I am not going to use my glue gun to do it, because I don't want the glue to yellow on me. So it was kind of nice to see. But at any rate, I really like it, and I can use it. And I think this was separate from what I'm going to show you inside the bin. And I think that I got this dress for it was originally $2 or $4. I think I got it for $2. So that's that. But anyways, upstairs in this room there were these 3 bins. One had a tag on it that said it was sold, and then the other 2 bins, one had lace. It was nothing but lace. Oh my gosh, I was in nirvana. And the other one had fabric, and I'm not that big into fabric at all. But I wound up, after I got all the lace, and I'll show you stuff in a minute. After I got all the lace, I realized I needed something to put it in. So there was a lot less in the bin with the fabric, so I started, pulling stuff out to get the bin, which they were selling for $8, but it was half price. So I got the bin for $4. Anyway, so I started adding all of that stuff into there. I did already organize stuff, so we'll see. I'm, going to show you the organize. But this I tossed into this thing. These flowers, isn't this really pretty? And there's some ribbon in there. This was one of the doll skirts, but I liked the netting, so I just tossed it in there because I knew I was going to get a deal on the thing. This was actually part of, you can see this beautiful shiny stuff. This was actually part of a, like a ornament thing that hung, so it had this really long skirt on it, and I took all of that off, and so I'm gonna put this in some de-stash sometime, this doll, or I'm gonna keep the doll, I don't know, because I could use it on something else. We'll see. I tend to be a bit of a closet hoarder, so I'm gonna try to get rid of stuff that I don't think I'm gonna use right away. Anyway, I want to do the laces first. So this, what wound up happening is all the laces were loose in the bin. So I started grabbing things because I couldn't, it was too hard to deal with all by itself. I'm going to do this a little differently. So I started just grabbing things and stuffing things into bags that were similar. And so this one was all similar with cream colored laces. This beautiful little cream colored lace, let's get you in frame so you can see it. See that there? There were 30 yards of this in there, so I grabbed this bag, and she said 30 on there, but I didn't know if that was what it was. So I came home and measured everything, and there were 30 yards of trim in there. This cute little trim here, isn't that pretty? That was in there. This trim there, let's give you a piece so you can see. It's a ruffled double ruffled trim, so that was in there. This is like a cuff from a sleeve. Some more, this was crocheted trim. You can see the crochet there. This is a smaller crochet trim. Oh, this is different. Another one. I like these little small dainty ones. This is actually a curtain tie back, you can tell from that, but look at that, isn't that pretty? And these must, I think these are all laces in here. A little bit of this. Look at chin frame, there you go. It's hard to hold and film at the same time. My usual setup, my hands are free, and my setup makes my phone stationary, so, but look at that one, isn't that really, it's precious. And then there's this lacy one, there, pretty. I mean, this was like literally, I was in heaven, you can only imagine. I've enjoyed watching other people's hauls, for that reason. I sometimes sit back while I'm watching the hauls and I go, oh, oh, I need that in my life. That's exactly what I say. So I kind of felt that way with this, but it was my life, so I was like a really happy girl. So there's that. Then that's just a piece of like organza ribbon. And then this is the last piece of trim there, and that's really sweet. So there's all of that. Put this down here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with all of these because I don't want to leave them sitting on my floor. I have animals. I don't want them to. I want the hair fur to get into stuff. There's this great. It's like an extremely light coral color there, but it has it's a 3-layered lace, and it was on this this piece of cardboard. This was separate. I'll show you that in a second. I got this netting, all this netting that I put into this plastic bag. That was here. My blue lace is separated out, so I will show you. I'm going to get it apart because this is really kind of neat. Look at this one with the beaded on the end of it. I thought that was really sweet. And that's blue. All the blue stuff. This one was sweet. That's a triple layered gathered lace. And then I really like this one too. It's more of a dusty blue. And then this other one down in the bottom. This is a crocheted blue lace. Look at that, isn't it pretty? So that's my blue stuff. Then I've got some teal colored stuff. This is a zipper. Let's zip. So this mint, it's like a mint green. I think it comes out darker in the video, but I like this one. That's kind of cool. And there's the darker teal. And then there's this one. Even darker yet. You might see these in a D-stash sometime in some fashion because I'm not really big into those bright colors. Then there's some pink stuff. Look at that lace. Isn't that pretty? Look at that one. There's 2 different kinds. Just a little bit different. Then this one, this is sweet. This one I'm getting together to put into a D-stash now. Look at that lace with the little hearts in it. It is so sweet. And then I put a couple pink flowers. There's some gold ribbon in there. And then there's another smaller pink ribbon. So that was the pink stuff. That was really cool. And I've got a whole bunch of white stuff. A whole bunch of white stuff. This was a lace with gold trim in it. This is sweet. I like this. This is yellow. Can't really get it open from there. Too much opening, but there's the yellow. Look at this lace. Isn't this beautiful? This is a whole big piece of lace there. And then this lace here. Look at some purple. It's the only purple that was in there. That's really pretty though. Here's some more gold lined. Some crochet lace trim. And then look at this. That's a wide lace. Another crochet lace. There's another gathered lace. Let's see if I can show you. There you go. That one's pretty. This one's really pretty, and I think I separated this out to put some of this into a de-stash that I'm doing. Can you see? Oh yeah, you can. Look at the shimmer on that. There's just a, so pretty. Look at that. So that was in there. Some eyelet lace. This was all rolled up. This is one of the things I didn't check the yardage on because it was so nicely rolled up. But look at how cute that is. I didn't want to unroll it. What else is in here? Sorry for my little, another big piece of lace there. Another big piece of lace, a different kind of lace. And then let's see if you can see. Oh, these were feathers. I wish she had these feathers to put around, they were like sleeves or something of her doll costumes. And then that's what I have left in the bag. Some more crocheted lace and another smaller lace trim. So that was the white laces, and that was a wonderful, wonderful, oh my gosh. And I am not done yet. This is amazing. It was such a wonderful trip. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Get this out of the way so I can show you more stuff. Okay. So, moving right along, here's another bag of pink. And this had 15 yards, because she was right on that. I did measure it. 15 yards of this double gathered pink and white lace. There's just some baggies that I put back in there. Okay, so now that's all the lace. Now on to the fabric. So from that other box, the fabric was kind of an afterthought after I got the lace. But I'm like, you know what? I'm getting the big plastic bin anyway, so I might as well add to it. So I added all this wonderful fabric, and I've sorted it all out, so it didn't come this way in the bag. But this is a beautiful, like a see-through, is that organza or whatever, with a pattern on it. And then here's another, it's like an eyelet, but in a very light teal green color. This is a bag of various floral fabrics that I have, a pink, a blue with yellow. This reminds me, and I'll date my household furnishings, this reminds me of the wallpaper and curtains I have in my dining room. And then this one is really sweet. It's very, see how sheer it is? With all the pink flowers on it. That'll be really nice and stuff. Was a bag of white ribbon, and there's just a little piece of red. I have this whole thing of blue. Here's a blue satin, this blue fabric, a sheer, this is a small piece though, the sheer blue. This, I did not measure out the fabric, so I don't know what the yardage is on all the fabric that I bought. I just know there's an awful lot of it. That piece is in there, then there's this beautiful piece here. This one's really pretty. Look at this. Look at this. It's so sheer with all the embroidery on it. And then that last piece there. And then the yellow bag that I stuffed all of this into was also in there. I just put everything in there. I got this pretty yellow one. It's a very, very light yellow with yellow, with daisies with yellow centers on them. Then this one there is a very light blue. It's a sheer fabric with daisies on it. This fabric that's in there, you can see that, very, very light yellow. Actually, when I put it in here, I almost didn't notice that there were yellow dots on it. I thought they were white, but very, very light yellow dots on that fabric. And then this yellow, look at this with the it's pretty sheer too. And it's got those flowers on it. It's so beautiful. So there's that one. These are a couple. I'm going to move the camera this way because it makes it easier for me to open. I want to show you these. These I just tossed in there because they were laying around. These are the softest gloves. Oh my gosh. Now I didn't notice when I picked them up that there's some staining on the inside here. So I will wash them and see if I can get that out. I doubt it because it's probably been like that forever. Otherwise I'll have to think of something to do with them that will, you know, hide that. Then she had a couple things that were packaged already. This is taffeta, and then this is stiff organdy, she says. So I put those together, and then I have oh, I must have put that in there. I wonder if I knew that was in there. That's like just an applique. I may not have known I had that applique. That's exciting. How fun is that? And then, oh, this was the fabric I was thinking of when I was showing you the yellow. So this is the white with little white dots on it. And then this is just like a stiff interfacing that was in there. And then this fabric with the black. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. There's that. And then this one, funny because I had the least amount of lace in purple, but so much purple fabric. This one's really pretty. Look at the fabric with the embroidery on it. And then this is like a, what is that, a taffeta? I'm not a seamstress. I mean, we will always, you'll know that I don't know what I'm talking about. This is a shiny, I'm thinking it might be a taffeta-like material. What is here? Look at that, isn't that pretty? Love that. And then this, some of this has, I mean, I have quite a bit of this in here. Various fabrics. Oh, look at that. I mean, these are going to be really pretty in my journals and my fabric books. I'm so excited. And you know, like I said, since I'm not a seamstress, it was kind of an afterthought to grab the fabric, but I'm so glad that I did. So I got all of that. I showed you that already. That was, something was wrapped up in that cardboard that just fell down. And I've already started to gather up some things to de-stash. This was also in there. This is a box of those glittery gold sequins. But anyway, so I grabbed all of that together in one thing and got a ridiculously low price for it. It was $4 for the bin, and then for everything else included, the bin and everything. Let me think what I paid. I paid $10. Yeah, I paid $10 for all of that. Very exciting. So there's that. And then this other thing that I picked up that I paid for separately, I got it for this. This is a tablecloth, and look at this beautiful edging to it. So I got it for that, and then when I opened it up, I had no idea. And it was $4, because you see the price tag on there, half off of that. When I opened it up, look at all these beautiful linen napkins I got. All of these linen napkins came in the same thing with this $4 tablecloth. So I got a real bargain there. So anyway, that was my mother lode of all estate sale hauls. And I'm really excited. And of course, I will probably never use all of that in my lifetime. And as I already said, if you've watched some of my other videos, I've kind of declared the month of July as being my de-stash month. And who knows, that may go on further. So some of this stuff you'll find in a de-stash. You know, I'm going to be putting together a bunch of different things so that I can share the goodies, make some money to pay myself back for all of the shopping that I've been doing that I shouldn't be doing, and make room for more, because the fun is in the shopping, right? Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a little bit long. Please like and subscribe, and if you like my videos and my projects that I share, please share my page with other people. Thank you so much. Bye.